On this week's episode of Today I Would Like to Share.
And then Andrew, that makes you Dr. Zombie. I hope you like to moan.
Oh, I can shit the world. Just give me some Chinese food and we're good.
So us normal humans wouldn't be able to compete anymore, and they get like this breakaway civilization.
Hello and welcome to Today I Would Like to Share, where we take some time out of our busy lives to share the things important to us. My name is Kyle, and with me today, I once saw him broker a peace treaty between a colony of red and black ants, Jordan.
If by broker a peace treaty you mean step on both sides until they all die, then yeah.
I mean, that's a kind of peace, right? And I heard from a little bird that he caught the Mew underneath the truck in the original Pokemon, Andrew.
I was just looking for my gum that I dropped.
How'd it get underneath the truck?
My gum?
Yeah. Or did you drop
I-
it and the truck drove over it?
Nah, I mean, I saw something surprising and it shot out of my mouth. Like, rolled underneath the truck, reached under to grab it. Little Pokeball under there.
In the comic book version of your life, there'd be like 7 exclamation points over your head. So, what's good with the two of you?
Not much. Just same old, same old. Looking for a new job.
Yeah.
What
It's
about you,
coming up.
Andrew?
It's going pretty good.
Awesome.
I'm looking to hire somebody.
Yeah. But like as a personal assistant?
Yeah, actually. You're not far off. Personal
Weird.
assistant, foot rub, that kind of thing. Just
Weird. I'm looking
tend
for a
to-
new job. You're looking to hire someone.
I know, it's almost like we could kind of resolve both these problems.
Yeah, it's almost my birthday. I'm going up north on Labor Day weekend to open up my cabin and help some friends open up there. So I'm super excited about that. But
Hell yeah.
I
Sounds
just
like a
gotta
good time.
get through a couple more weeks.
For sure.
Uh, So yeah, let me jump right into it. And today I would like to share a script that I wrote for the two of you. I like how I always make you guys do stuff. It's fun. So I posted the link in the Discord. And it is the script for Dr. Zombie Episode 1. So we're going to have to do some casting real quick. There's a 2-part piece for somebody. And they're going to be, and this is going to be the most reading, so just keep that in mind. Who wants to be hot nurse / surgeon?
Sure.
You want to be the hot nurse / surgeon? Okay, so if you
why
click
not?
on the link, you will be everything in yellow. And I'll give you a couple minutes to go over the script and everything, so you know your lines and you can come up with some voices for them. And then Andrew, that makes you Dr. Zombie. I hope you like to moan.
Yeah.
But
I
there's
was
a part.
semi-professional at it for a few years, but
Oh, really?
I'll try to get my
Yeah, we're gonna have to share that
groove
story
back
sometime
on.
later, because I'd love to hear that. So yeah, you're gonna be Dr. Zombie. The only thing I can really say is kind of make your moans sound like sentences, at varying lengths. And there's one point where you say brains. It's by where my cursor is right now on the sheet. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, cool.
Should be able
All
to
right,
handle that.
and then I will be the narrator. But yeah, look it over just for a second, and then let me know when you guys are comfortable, and I'll cue us in.
I prefer to go in with no preparation, so I'm
Okay.
ready now.
Same.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's improv it.
All right. So, fade in. Dr. Zombie and Hot Nurse are standing in a hospital room with a patient lying unconscious in the bed. His head is wrapped with bandages.
What do you think, Doctor? Is he going to make it? That is crazy. To think that there's only been 4 cases ever and you were able to diagnose him? Truly amazing. But isn't it highly contagious? Should we move him to quarantine?
Brains.
Oh, Doctor, behave yourself. There are others around. We can't make out right now. God, you're right. Ravish me, you sexy corpse. Sweet Jesus, let's make baby corpses.
The intercom interrupts. Ding! Dr. Zombie to the OR immediately. Dr. Zombie to the OR.
You should go. You are needed.
Dr. Zombie shuffles away slowly.
Be swift, my love.
Cut. Fade in. Operating room. Dr. Zombie enters the room with several surgeons desperately awaiting help. They are pacing and looking full of concern.
Oh, Dr. Zombie, thank goodness you're here. While performing a standard rotapsoplasty, we realized we weren't operating on his ankle at all and accidentally removed his heart. You have to help fix this. Huh? Dr. Zombie, what are you doing?
Dr. Zombie shuffles over to the body on the operating table and grabs the head, violently bashing it against the table, cracking open the skull. He then proceeds to eat the brains out of the skull and the surrounding area.
Oh God, Dr. Zombie, what are you doing? You can't just... Ugh, gross. Well, call it, people. Time of death is 4:23 p.m. Damn, that's the third one this week.
Camera zoom on Dr. Zombie with a shit-eating grin and exaggerated shrug. Cue sitcom theme music. The end.
That was great.
Oh man, thanks so much. Oh god, that when I usually try to be funny, I'm trying to make myself laugh, and just I don't know why, but the zombie moans are the funniest thing in the planet to me.
I hope there's another episode of that.
Oh, there for sure is going to be. That's actually what my question is going to be for this week. What thrilling and wonderful characters are going to be in future episodes of Dr. Zombie?
I think in the not next episode, but in a future episode, one of them should be a patient.
Like Hot Nurse gets hurt?
Yeah, and then like Dr. Zombie has to choose between making out with the nurse or eating her brains.
The age-old question.
I think he could maybe also like run into, a street food vendor outside the hospital that he usually stops at. It's like Count Spatulas or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
And it's a vampire that runs it.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
What do I want? I want him to have an evil brother or twin.
Oh, so another zombie?
That's gonna make some great dialogue. It's just two people going back and forth going. Oh well, it'll make me laugh. Oh man. Anyway, thanks for reading my script, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
just,
that's fun.
Inspiring screenwriter here.
That's a great script. I can't wait to hear more about the hijinks of Dr. Zombie.
He'd probably be bashing people's heads in and eating brains.
That's good.
Thank you.
Great job.
He doesn't go anywhere without his melon spoon.
Oh gosh.
The melon spoon.
Oh man.
Beautiful. Today I would like to share toilet paper orientation.
Ooh.
I assume you guys understand and know what this is.
No, but can we play a game where me and Andrew guess what that means?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry, I thought of something, so I gotta go first. I apologize. It's gotta be when you're training for a new job, but you both had too much spicy food to eat the day before, you and your trainer. So you're shitting on the toilets with diarrhea, and then they are orienting you to your new job.
Okay.
So that sounds like an efficient use of time.
Exactly.
I like that.
That's what I'm looking
also,
for in my new hire.
Oh, I can shit.
Jordan, write it
Don't
down.
worry. Just give me some Chinese food and we're good.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I think I might know
Uh-oh.
what it actually is, because I believe it's a checkpoint when young people are first going to college. The university wants to make sure that you know how to properly wipe. You're going to be around a bunch of other kids, so it's the part of the college orientation where they take you to the bathroom. They show you proper wiping form.
Ooh,
Okay. So
that is-
that reminds me of something that happened to me and Jordan in high school. There was one point in time, because you started off that by saying like when colleges, and I was like, oh man, back in high school, me and Jordan had a speaker who came and was talking about college and like how to prep for college and things like that. And then he goes, you're going to be in college and you're going to have to pay for things that you normally don't have to. Did you know you had to buy your own toilet paper? Yeah, dude. Of course I knew that.
Were there people
I
that
figured it
were
was just-
surprised by that news?
Yeah, it's like, but you said like check marks, and I'm like, oh yeah, you got to make sure you yell at, like, that's what you do to prep people for college. You get a checklist, and one of them is yell at them about having to buy their own toilet paper.
You're gonna have to wipe your own ass too.
How many different techniques do you think there are to wipe your ass? That's an interesting question.
I know exactly 4, and that is, you can either wipe from the front or the back, and then you can wipe forwards or backwards, like towards your crotch or away from your crotch. So all those combinations make 4 types of wiping.
Okay. All right.
See, I think there's probably not one right way, right? I think if you're gonna wipe properly, you need to wipe in all 4.
Well, if you're gonna wipe right, you're gonna get on your ass cheek. So there is definitely, you don't want to wipe right.
Yeah, but then you just get it off your ass cheek. So- But anyways.
Yeah, sorry.
Before we go too far down that rabbit hole, toilet paper orientation is basically a preference if you want the toilet paper to go over or under while you're pulling it.
Right, okay.
So-
Orientation I took in a totally wrong way.
Hey, I like both of yours better than this. More interesting. But there's actually a lot of science behind this. There's a lot of studies. Excuse me. It's just swallowed my spit. But a professor of psychology at the University of Michigan classifies the choice of toilet paper orientation as tastes, preferences, and interest. Why the fuck is taste in there? I'm just kidding.
Have
I know
you
it's
ever
not.
tasted oil? Have you ever tasted toilet paper?
Yeah,
You
I got
could
that
be missing
flavored.
out.
You got that flavored toilet paper.
It's for when, like, you wipe your butt and then later on somebody tosses your salad and then it can taste like oranges.
Well, you do have receptors in your butt that are similar to the ones in your mouth for like tasting food. Did you know that? That's why, like, when you eat spicy food, it feels spicy coming out because you have like
Right.
I can't remember the name of the chemical that makes things spicy, but you have receptors for that chemical down there as well.
Capsaicin.
Yeah.
A lot of people, there's a whole group of people that believe that the connections to either choosing over or under are age, sex, or political philosophy, which is amazing to me. And then there's actually survey evidence that's showing a correlation with socioeconomic status, which kind of makes sense,
Really?
but yes. I don't know how the political philosophy makes sense, but it's
Hold up,
interesting to me.
how does SES affect toilet paper orientation?
Wait, do you know which direction's which? I just want to know how poor I am.
I don't know, actually.
That-
It doesn't. I'll have to pull up the study and I'll let you guys know, but I'm not sure.
That's crazy. What?
Um,
That? Oh, wow. Okay, I just.
do you guys
see-
want to guess?
Wait, let's do a poll. Can we see who's doing what right
yes,
now?
that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
First of all, do you guys prefer over or under orientation?
I'll go first. I'm 100% over.
Yeah.
Over makes the most sense. I'm gonna let gravity, take it over the top.
Absolutely. Same with you, Kyle?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm 100% over too.
Monsters
And do
do
you guys
it the other way.
The world pretty much agrees with us. Agrees with us? Do you want to guess the percentage of people in a survey that agree with us?
85%.
That's what I was gonna say. I would say it's less than 20% disagree. That's what I was gonna say.
You said it's less than 20% that are over or under?
Or under.
Okay. Okay. So since 1993, there have been, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surveys with people from all over the world that have been conducted. And the average is about 68% people go over. The highest out of all of them was 73% back in 1993.
Okay.
Dang.
So less than I thought,
But close.
but pretty close.
It's very close. There's actually a lot of science that goes into this. It's people's jobs that basically depend on figuring out if people go over or under. There's also a guy that invented a mechanical roll that you put in between the roll. It's called the tilt-a-roll, and you can basically move it around so it's over or under based on your preference. Which is incredible to me. This dude is a millionaire because he created some stupid little device to switch the roll around
And
instead
because
of just
two
taking it
people-
off and flipping it yourself.
Yeah, and because two people in the same household had different preferences on which way
Exactly.
the toilet paper went.
That brings me to my next point. There have been several cases of divorce because, like, this is the number one listed thing on several divorce cases where their partner's just like, yeah, I can't deal with going under or over, and they don't want to switch it. They just fight over it.
Isn't marriage just a wonderful institution?
Isn't that incredible? It's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Since we already used my question, I was going to ask you if you guys go over or under. Going off this tilt-a-roll invention, if you guys were to invent some stupid, useless product, I guess not useless, it's pretty useful, some stupid, practical product for an everyday inconvenience, what would it be?
You ever seen one of those cartoons where to get somebody out of bed they hit a button and then like a linear actuator just lifts the bed and they slide right out?
Yes.
Just that. I don't want to climb out of bed anymore. I just want to slide right out of it. And preferably like down a slip and slide into my shower. If possible.
That'd be fucking amazing.
I think
I
it's
would
pretty
love
fun.
that. I would buy that if you invented it.
I mean, everything exists already. I just have to hook it up. Of course, then
True.
again, that would be pretty expensive to get a linear actuator that big. I don't have that kind of moolah, but you know, whatever.
All you need is a fireman pole, man. Right underneath your bed.
But I don't even want to like swing my legs over that. Now I gotta climb a pole and like hang on to it. Ugh.
True.
Also, have you been down a fire pole? I mean, have you ever just slid down a pole in general? The end comes really quickly.
It's also not fun.
It's also not fun. Why do we as
Not
kids
at
think
all.
that's gonna be so much fun? I don't get it.
My dad volunteered for a fire department when I was a kid. They had one that was just from one floor to the one directly below, so you didn't like get too much momentum or anything, and it was actually kind of fun to use.
Right. As an
I
adult
guess
with bad
we're just
knees,
fucking lame, Kyle.
yeah, and as an adult with bad knees, I do not find fire poles fun.
Me
Going
either.
on the record right now, Kyle Townsend against fire poles.
I will join you in that campaign. Take all the fire poles down.
Take all the fire poles down. No,
Sign the
don't take them all
petition.
down. That sounds hard. Just put like a sign on it that says out of order.
Yeah, there you go.
I want a
Alright.
doggy door for my bike. That's mine.
Ooh.
Doggy door for your bike?
Yeah, I ride my bike to work every day and like open the door and kind of shuffle my bike out the door and then shut the door behind me. I just want to be able to like slide right out a doggy door style thing with my bike. Be
Just
able
like
to-
ride it out of your house?
Yeah, but it will only open if it knows my bike is nearby.
That would be awesome.
Do you live in an apartment?
No, I live in a house.
Okay, gotcha. Never mind. There goes my idea.
But I say I did. What's your idea?
If you live on like the third floor, right, it'd be annoying to get a bike up to the third floor. So on your balcony, you just hook up like a little winch, and then like you press a button, it goes down, and when you're on the ground, you press it again, it goes all the way up. And then
Maybe it's connected to the
air.
bike gears, and I just sit on my bike and pedal
Oh
my
my
way
god,
back up.
that would be amazing.
Dude, there you go.
Oh, but we found it, guys. We found the idea. Good job.
We solved living on a third floor with a bike. We didn't even need to be at the lake.
Man.
Today I'd like to share human-animal hybrids.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The future is now, okay? We have them. They exist. We've got them.
Prove it.
Well, it all happened in 2017. Let me tell you. All right.
So we've had them for a while.
We've had them since 2017. All right. Scientists embedded a pig embryo with human cells, and they lived.
Is its name Donald Trump?
I mean, all right, so let me just kind of clarify what we're talking about, because there is kind of a giant conspiracy going around. I don't know how giant. Giant's kind of maybe the wrong word. There
Always
is
seems to
a
be
conspiracy theory going around that the plan for human-animal hybrids is creating, like, ultra humans that are just, like, better, faster, stronger, have feathers, and will just look cooler. So us normal humans wouldn't be able to compete anymore, and they get like this breakaway civilization. Reality probably isn't matching up with that quite yet. Out of 100,000 cells in this pig embryo, one was a human cell. So that was the ratio they're working with in 2017. However, in 2018, they were able to do it again with a sheep embryo, and they reached 0.01% of the cells. So that'd be 1 out of every 10,000. We're human. They're getting closer.
So that's a 1,000% increase.
Yeah, in 1 year. Not bad.
What's
There.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you've got a question? Go ahead and jump in. What is it?
What is the benefit of being part sheep?
See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me answer that. But I will clarify before I answer it that they're not actually trying to make half sheep, half people.
Right.
They're just trying to see if they could get human cells to live in a sheep embryo.
Right.
But think about how soft that sheep fur is, right? The fluff, make wool out of that stuff. It's nice.
Yeah.
So that would be the benefit. If you're living in the northern regions of our planet, it could be useful.
You could have a
Stay
permanent
warm.
shirt.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Sorry to Bother You?
I have not.
Neither of you have?
No.
Alright, never mind. It kind of... That movie has a really weird twist in it that deals with this particular subject, but it's with horses.
Interesting.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen it and don't care if it gets spoiled.
Same.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
in
just
that
tell me.
case,
So I guess spoiler
So-
warnings for.
Yeah.
sorry
Let's
to bother
issue that.
you.
Yeah, sorry to bother you.
So it's actually a telemarketing movie. You guys probably saw a trailer for it. I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
a black guy, and he uses his white voice to make a lot of sales. It's like a satire on telemarketing. But as he moves like way up into the company, he's making a ton of money, and he's like the top guy there. He goes to a party at basically the guy that owns Amazon. It's not actually Jeff Bezos, but in the movie, it's the guy that basically owns everything. And he does what he thought was cocaine, but it's not. Later on in the movie, you'll find out what it is. But as he's trying to find a bathroom, he goes exploring in this guy's house, and he goes into the basement, and he walks into this room, and there's just probably 100, 200 half-human, half-horse hybrids, and some of them look like they're in pain. They're like, help us! Basically, this guy was trying to make half-human, half-horse hybrids to be his workforce for pretty much no money, just because he can and he has them. He's just taking people off the street, offering them what they thought was cocaine, and then like a week or two later, they turned into a horse, basically.
So the main character turns into a horse hybrid?
Eventually, yeah. At the very, very end of the movie. Like, he thought he was good, he thought he made it out, and then he turned into a horse.
What is this movie?
But it brings up an interesting point, because, I mean, think about it. The top 1% of people could very well do something like that if it ever became a thing. Just make a bunch of human hybrids they don't have to pay money to.
Yeah.
To work for you, you know?
That's true. I mean, that's kind of the argument against trying to do it, is like the right to life. Like, that human has a right to a human life. That animal that you're using has the right to have that animal's life. Like, it's kind of like this weird gray area morally. But what researchers are trying to do now is see if they can grow organs in other animals, because lab-based stem cell growth, like in petri dishes, isn't very successful. What they have found success in is like growing stem cells in embryos, and if they could grow human organs in pig embryos successfully, then that could alleviate the shortage in organs for transplants. So that's their main goal now, is to see if they can get the most common, organs that are needed for transplants, hearts, stuff like that, growing in sheep or pig embryos to be used for transplants. But since right now only 0.01% of the cells in the sheep embryo were human, anything they grew now would just be rejected by everyone's bodies. So what the article I read about from the 2018 breakthrough said they would need about 1% of the cells to be human. So they still have quite a bit of work to do in order to grow an organ. But, I mean, why stop at just growing organs? And that's where my question for you two comes up. Imagine you're planning your new designer baby. What animal do you borrow DNA from, and what features of that animal are you targeting in your new hybrid human?
White-tailed deer, antlers. I already knew that. I already had that ready. Because antlers are cool as shit.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Literally no other reason. I was thinking as you're talking about this, I'm thinking to myself, man, I really wish I had some antlers. That'd be fucking dope. And I would, unbeknownst to my child, give them antlers.
Do you think they grow overly confident with their antlers? Like they run into a few other kids that have antlers and try to charge at each other and fight, and realize they don't have the same neck strength that a deer has. Fighting with antlers is pretty dangerous.
Not only that, but you better not let them go into the woods.
Yeah, that's
getting
true.
Shot.
Yeah, maybe.
I like it though. Antlers are hot right now. Everyone loves antlers.
Antlers hot right now. For sure.
All right, I'm gonna go a weird route, and I would pick an axolotl, and the feature on them would be their gills, because they can breathe underwater and above water. So how fucking cool would that be?
Yeah,
that's a good answer too.
That's a great one. Hello, swim team for that kid, right?
Right,
never.
Exactly.
I never come up for air.
It's the next Michael Phelps.
They're gonna have to create a whole new Olympics for animal hybrids.
Yeah. Or we just get rid of the old Olympics.
True.
The new Olympics is the only Olympics, because listen, if you're not part animal, what are you doing?
Yeah, right. None of that Athens shit.
Yeah.
Nah. But yeah, that's human animal hybrids.
That's fun. One day
we'll get there.
One day I'll have bear claws, which, I mean, you can just pick them up at your local donut shop, but that's fine.
I think that's more of Andrew's thing. Bear claws.
They're too sticky for me.
Don't steal that from him. Oh, okay. Alright. I was wrong.
Well, that about wraps it up for this episode of Today I Would Like to Share. Join us again next time where we do it all again. And remember, as Snoop Dogg says, it ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Bye. You can cut that bye out if you don't like it, but wanted to throw something